Good afternoon from the DMV. It is not Ben Allison. It is me, Shad, who the Shad Talks Graps, here with your Wrestling Republic Daily. We are here to review what has been told by the internet world, the best WWE Raw in years. Fans are going crazy. Us in the Wrestling Republic group chat have been going crazy. Man, it was an all timer. We gonna break it all down. And I got myself a very, very strong panel today. First and foremost, this man over here literally mediates every single argument that we have in the Wrestling Republic group chat. The host of Take It to the Table. Chaos, how you living, bro?
What's good? What's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I had to be on this panel today because we've got a lot to talk about. Certain show that happened last night, and I couldn't find my Boots to Asses t-shirt, so I've gone for the second best thing, which is the Knee to Faces CM Punk t-shirt.
Oh, that's fire.
And I think this it fits perfectly, almost perfectly for this episode. So yeah, if you've got popcorn, have that at the ready. We're gonna go. We're gonna dive in. Let's go.
Oh yeah, for sure. That shirt fire, by the way, Anita Faces. I like that.
Thank you.
Uh yeah, man, my man. We definitely gonna talk about Mr. Punk. It was a homecoming for him last night. But we also got someone who's new to the Wrestling Republic team, but y'all have seen him a lot. My boy been putting in work. Like I said, I'm Aaron Rodgers throwing touchdowns to Mr. Jordy Nelson. What's going on with you, bro?
Caught it. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, what's going on? We were here yesterday, and we were talking about the fact that we were going to be talking about Raw today. And to be honest, I wasn't quite expecting what we saw last night. I've been a little bit maybe harsh on Raw and saying that I felt like we were in a lull waiting for WrestleMania. I take it all back. I take it all back. I apologize, Triple H, WWE creative team. Shut me up. Don't even listen to me, because what you gave us last night was probably one of the best episodes of Raw that I can remember watching. Being from the UK, I try and watch it live, but sometimes it's not that easy. It's on late at night. So I thought I'll watch the first hour, then I'll catch the rest tomorrow. And there I was at 3 a.m. still watching. So yeah, that credit to them, and I'm tired, but I'm here to talk.
Nah, I feel that, and that shows you that we had a great episode because y'all had my man up to the wee hours of the early morning watching the product. But man, I totally agree with you on that. The people in the comments will get one in real quick. My man David Maj saying Raw was great. The CM Punk promo that led to Drew McIntyre getting super kick was great moment. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's start with that, guys. We had obviously a show yesterday in the Windy City, and Mr. CM Punk made his return. He's still out, he's still injured, but man, oh man, when you hand that man a mic, he makes magic. I don't think there's a lot of people that can talk better than CM Punk. He was spitting some bars out there, and our favorite hater of the year, Drew McIntyre, leads his way to the arena. Nice little exchange between them two, man. A lot of haymakers. You know, I'm a battle rap fan, so I was hitting my Don DeMarco on some of them lines. Drew McIntyre saying that what he say? He said the line about he said it's crazy you're straight edge. You don't drink or smoke, but you find yourself all the way in the rehab. Oh my god, that line, and then and CM Punk saying chosen one who granted you that oof. It was definitely a crazy exchange. Of course, our champion Seth Rollins made it in, and we got a big stipulation added to their match. Well, not a stipulation, but we got an addition to it. CM Punk will be the special announcer for Mania. I'm gonna kick it off to you, Chaos. Thoughts on the promo? Thoughts on Punk at Mania? Just break it down, man.
Boy, like you said, there's a lot to unpack from this promo alone. It was chaotic. It was unhinged. It felt legit, not just between Punk and McIntyre, but don't forget Rollins. I mean, there was, like you said, I agree with you. There was a lot of Don DeMarcos all over the place with that segment. Yeah, the thing with Punk, And also, I want to say about obviously when Punk went to McIntyre saying like, "Who gave you that name, the Chosen One?" And you see the camera pan to Drew McIntyre. Perfect. If someone could actually do, when you watch animes, and then when someone is like proper stressed, and you see that little droplet on the side of their head, and then like so stressed, he was like, I can't say who's even that name. But yeah, it was cool. Then Seth Rollins came out, spit his thing, and again, Punk didn't hold back. He was, Seth was asking him like, "Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think of you?" And then Punk was just like, "No, I don't care what you think." Like he just wanted all the smoke from everybody. So it was great all around. The stipulation, I don't know why I'm calling it stipulation. I think because you said it. But the thing with being the special commentator, something's gonna pop off, and I think it's definitely true what Punk said. He's gonna make that match interesting, and he's gonna do something. So I think it's gonna definitely probably either it's gonna cost probably Rollins more than McIntyre, or McIntyre's gonna probably take advantage of it, or he might even interfere until afterwards. When McIntyre does, I'm gonna call it. He's going to win against Seth Rollins. Punk is gonna give a GTS, and the Priest is gonna cash in. I don't think it's gonna be a failed cash in. I know people are calling for it. But I said back from before even Survivor Series, I truly believe that Priest is going to wait for his big moment, and he's going to do exactly what Seth did, cashing at Mania, the biggest. Like you want to cause a scene, you want to have a memorable moment. Mania is the best place to do it. So yeah, you're gonna see 2 title changes. It's been a while since we've seen that involving the Money in the Bank briefcase. I think the last person that it was John Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose. When the Shield, everyone in the Shield had the chance of being the champion. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Either way, the promo was solid. Can't fault it. More like unhinged Punk, please. I love it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that. In the standpoint that like the realism makes stuff feel better, and like that's something that like Punk adds to it, because you really don't know if they were just blurring lines, or some of them was just shooting straight from the hip, because you never know what Punk one of them dudes that really be speaking what's on top of like in his head and whatnot, and like some of
Like
them lines
that.
just
Yeah, no, that promo was definitely reminded me of that one they had with Kevin Nash, and he said about you want to see what my sister texted me last night. Like I thought
yeah,
Kevin Nash was dead. It was that just it just felt natural. Like he really did not rate. It felt like he really didn't rate McIntyre or Rollins. It felt real. So yeah, I totally agree.
yeah. Oh man, nah, for real. We got some comments I want to show before I pass it on to you, Jordy. Uh,
Yeah, man.
Sean View Entertainment said this was the best Raw he didn't seen in 5 years. He is also agreeing with your point. Um, Chris, he says, "I don't see. What are you not seeing, man? Are you you
John Cena.
anti-Cena over here?" Of course, our favorite AW enthusiast, Soul Session, saying I'm on a sabbatical, will return at some point. I'm loving my rest period. It's all good, man. You can enjoy watching your Will Ospreay highlights, brother. We are not judging you here.
Let's go down
Man,
the loop.
salute to the bro Seif, man. What's going on with you? He's excited about a topic. We're gonna get to the end with this emoji right here. We'll get to that. Don't worry. But Jordy, man, I gotta ask you, bro. With the exchange between these three yesterday, has this first and foremost, what did you think about it, and are you more excited for the match going into Mania? What do you think is going to lead up to it, and what I mean, Chaos kind of broke it down. Do you think that might be the end result with Priest? Because I know you were a Damian Priest fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I am. I do actually love Priest. I don't know if he will. I said yesterday that I think I can't remember when I said it. I've been on that many times in the past week, but I think it's more of a possibility that Priest could run down with it and it be a fail, because I think that'll put the fright of a life into the fans that really want to see Drew pick that up, and to kind of give that moment of, oh my God, he's going to lose it on the big stage. But I also think it's definitely a possibility that Damien could do a Seth run down and make a name for himself by cashing in on the big stage. it's 100% a possibility, and I don't think I'd hate it. In terms of the segment last night, man, I think Drew McIntyre uploaded an Instagram post earlier on, and I saw it probably about an hour ago, and he said last night was as fun as it looked, and I think that sums it up beautifully. I think they were all having such a laugh in that ring. They would and to the point where I genuinely think when they got back into Gorilla, there was probably a few lads getting slapped wrists after some things that were said there that probably shouldn't have been said, but we seem to be liking it again. It seems to be being received well when you look at the socials and stuff like that, and WWE actually themselves upload some of the stuff, which kind of shows that they're not hiding it. They're not trying to hide away from this kind of, I don't know. I don't think it'll ever go full on sort of 18 plus again, but maybe a slightly less PG product. But yeah, this match, I said it a couple of weeks ago, the cherry on the top would have been getting CM Punk involved somehow. It would have just elevated what was already a match that we were all looking forward to and just make it really, really exciting. And I think that's exactly what they've done. I wish it was the ref. I do wish he was the ref. But like you said, I think CM Punk, they're both that involved in this CM Punk feud and hatred. I think all CM Punk would have to do would get up and stand on the ropes. I don't even think he'd have to deliver a GTS. I think they'd turn around, and I think that's enough to create a distraction. But I do think it'll probably be something bigger than that, and I do think Drew will go over. And now you mentioned that, Chaos, I'm thinking kind of a running thing for Drew this whole way has been that he has, someone's always interfered and helped him to win. So maybe that's going to happen in the title match as well. Maybe Punk is going to take out Seth, and this whole new Drew character doesn't care and just pins him, because that was how this heel turn kind of started, that he stopped caring when the bloodline had interfered, and he was just like, I'm going to take the dub because I need it. I need that title. So yeah, interesting stuff.
Yeah, nah.
My bad, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I could definitely just imagine. Just want to quickly say, I just definitely can imagine they brawling outside, and you know that you see a lot on Raw where, like, you know, there's a guest commentator, and then someone, like, they're brawling outside, and someone throws someone into Punk, and that's just gonna rile him up, and then that's how he kind of interferes in the match somehow. It may go that way, or they may just do a clean finish, and then Drew just antagonizes Punk and then lays him out. Either way, it's going to pave the way for Damian Priest to cash in. And yeah, then it's either going to be Drew against Punk or Drew against Priest or something. He's gonna be mad at someone. He has to be mad at someone. And the bad guy, he can't go with what he wants. So yeah.
True.
So, yeah, nah. The thing about it is, obviously there's a clip going on Instagram, basically telling people that I don't know. I was told I should not do this anymore. Sorry guys, but about Damian Priest, and I could definitely see what you're saying, Chaos, because it does kind of go to the story of Drew where he always kind of gets his moment stripped, like the rug is pulled underneath his foot. My only thing is that it does work story wise, and I could see it happening. I just don't have a lot of interest in Damian Priest being world champion. I guess it may be a personal thing, but that the Raw main event, like, division is like super stacked right now, and the fact that you can kind of, you know, go that different direction with different people. Man, it's one of those things where they're in a good place. We got some comments on the Instagram. Someone said, N.A. Fisher said it's so good between the three of them that it almost makes Priest Money in the Bank obsolete. That's kind of where I'm at, bro. I feel like his whole it feels obsolete. Like, you low key be forgetting that he even has the briefcase sometimes.
Yeah, it's the portrayal, and that's what I'm saying. I think that's the reason you're mainly not really high on him, is because obviously how he's being portrayed, and Judgment Day is kind of falling in the background a bit. So that's that. I could totally understand why, but I think maybe that might be put like by design to make you forget about, oh, he is actually still a threat, because like he's had a great a great year. Like he hasn't had a losing streak or anything like that. They're still tag team champions. So yeah, it's just obviously I think it's by design. I would like to think by design that they forget about him. That's why.
Yeah.
For sure. We got a couple more comments on IG. GameBread904 saying he wants Cody versus Punk by next year's Mania. Man, that'll be something special too. Punk got a lot of feuds that I want to see in the WWE. As of now, right now, obviously, I want to see the feud with Drew. I think that's kind of got my attention. Obviously, him and Seth has my attention. Him and Roman also is another feud. Like there's a
I thought that was interesting with Punk yesterday when he said, "When you're on your way back down the mountain." I was like,
Yeah.
"Were you supposed to say that, Phil? Were you supposed to say that?"
he was cooking.
But it's
and
true
then
though.
Sonny,
I get what he means. Like,
Yeah,
you can
oh,
only be at the
100%.
top so long.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So, yeah.
yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So, but after that, we had ourselves a low key banger of about man. We had Ricochet versus JD McDonough. I thought it was a spectacular match. Ricochet does not seem to amaze me. There's something that I do want to see Ricochet as a I don't know what it is. Like I want to see something about him character wise still develop, but in ring wise, man, this guy is one of the best to do it as a high flyer. I'm gonna ask you, Chaos. What are your thoughts on the match? What do you kind of see Ricochet and JD as kind of like soulmates in ring wise, or?
Oh yeah, 100%. The thing with Ricochet, he can definitely give you a 5-star banger. Like depending on the well, I guess that every wrestling match, depending on the chemistry, they can, they can work like a house on fire. But yeah, this one, yeah, JD McDonough is. I think it's because again of his portrayal, you kind of get how great he is. He is actually very good in the ring, depending on who he works with. And yeah, Ricochet, he's making y'all from. Don't forget that he is him. Sorry, Carmelo, but he is that guy, and he still has it in the bag. My bad. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, the match was great. Awesome counters. There was this one random move where like JD McDonough just pulled Ricochet from the ground, and he just reversed it into a Canadian destroyer. That was absolutely phenomenal. I do like this thing where you are starting to see the full Judgment Day, and Ricochet is the one that's obviously taking them off one by one. He's done it to Dom, he's done JD twice, and now obviously more than likely they're going to lose the tag team titles at Mania. So this is truly going to be the downfall of Judgment Day with Rhea. Well, we'll get to that later, but yeah, this is truly the downfall, and I like the way they're doing it. They're not squabbling amongst each other just yet. But yeah, still trying to be a family. But yeah, it's truly is a downfall. But and yeah, I'm loving the way they're doing it. So yeah, awesome match. Love Ricochet. I hope he gets the Mania match somehow. I don't know how, but I hope he gets the Mania match.
Nah, that's the thing. Like I feel like Ricochet is one of those guys you do want to see in pay-per-views because he's low key Mr. Money in the Bank without winning Money in the Bank because
100%.
he gonna do some off the wall stuff, high spots, and like to your point, like that Canadian, I've gotten so like I would have put Canadian Destroyer in hell if I would have been on the show on Sunday. Like it's because the move done got overused, but he added a whole different element to it. It's different. He had a very nice poison Rana. And salute to JD, man. Like that guy, like me and Jordy were talking before the show started. Like he's one of those guys that plays his role really well, and I think he's been doing a good job. So, we'll have to wait and see. But I do agree with you. I think we are seeing a crumbling of the Judgment Day, and it's cool to see Ricochet get these wins nonstop. We got a couple comments. We got NA Fisher saying, "Not gonna lie, JD is selling so good that we forget he's a great wrestler." I mean, you got to play. To my point, you got to play what is given to you. He got to be a role player for the time being. He'll get an opportunity to be the star player at one point, but
he's also not like he's not just any like he's been put in prime positions. Like he took a super RKO from Randy Orton on his return. He's not really cannon fodder. He is, but he's still been put in decent positions in the mid card.
yeah, for sure. He was IC champion before Gunther too. So my man Coach 23 made it to the party. Ricochet did a shooting star crossbody. That was nice. While that man was
Yeah.
standing up too, that joint is crazy. He also said Ricochet is a different from other who are heck of a hand type of wrestler. Yeah, man, he's gifted. I always love seeing his you know, beautiful wife being happy that he wins and announcing that his victory. That's also always a great thing. But y'all want to know what else is also a great thing? Being able to, just get everything in the whiff of one click, right? Me as an artist, sometimes I'm like, I got so many different things going on, and I want to just show you guys everything that I can display. Well, luckily for us, there is something that can do that. I just gotta find the I just gotta find the banner of it correctly.
You're doing so well.
Yeah, put it up. Where'd it
We
go?
got you, bro. Um. So yeah.
Ben, I hope you're not seeing this. All right, I'm gonna just tell you from the top of my head. All good buddies at Next Level got us, man. Next Level, the URL here it is, right here. I got it. I'm sorry. Apologies to that, fellas.
We good. We good. We good.
Yeah, we good. It's
Yeah,
all good. It's all good.
where'd it go?
Live. This
Is
is what
it?
happens. This is live feed, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Our goody buddies at Next Level got us, man. They have all of our links listed there. You can find the YouTube on there. You can find the Instagram, Twitter, all of that good stuff. And they've been doing a lot of key things, man. We got a big contest that just ended shortly in regards to a opportunity to let fans get to WrestleMania. They got more stuff coming up, man, and it's gonna be something that we'll see consistently on the ongoing basis. I highly advise download the app. It's so easy to just obtain, get to all the Wrestling Republic links without any problem at all. So thank you to them. Keep rocking with us and keep rocking with them as well, man. So as you guys keep rocking with us, apologies in regards to the technical difficulties on that. We had arguably one of my favorite segments yesterday, and it's something that I, garner the conversation because a lot of y'all, including you, Mr. Chaos, uh, ain't putting respect on a Miss Becky Lynch. Now, there's this whole debate in regards to is it her Osprey? I'm not gonna get into that. There was a promo exchange for our match between her and Rhea Ripley that is gonna happen. And man, oh man, the exchange between them two last night was phenomenal. I think Becky Lynch has reminded us why she is at the tippy top as one of the best on the mic in regards to female competitors. I thought the exchange between her going back to Rhea, Rhea mentioning that I'm gonna have your baby girl calling me mommy and that igniting the fire. I loved everything about it, man. Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley. This is a high key money match in my opinion, and I'm wondering, Jordy, how did you feel about it? Share any similar thoughts and who you think who's the favorite going into Mania? Do you think it's a situation where Becky needs this more or Rhea needs this more?
Going in, I'm thinking, and I said it a couple of weeks ago, and I think I'm going to stick to it. I think Rhea's going to win. I think they've got a plan to maybe take Rhea until next Mania and have her become the longest reigning women's champion throughout the whole company. Because right now it's Asuka with the NXT champion, which I just don't think is the best look. Having something on your feed, on your kind of coming up brand, having the longest reign being in there. I think they'll want it to be on Raw or SmackDown or on one of the main brands. So I do think Rhea's going to win. But yeah, the promo last night, not just that, the shot that she landed on Dom, by the way, that looked like it really, really connected and really hurt. But no, yeah, when Rhea said about calling Rue calling Rhea mammy while Becky sat on the couch, obviously it lit that fire. And to be honest, I think Rhea Ripley kind of struggled to hold character a little bit. I swear I saw a little tear forming in Rhea's eye as Becky was talking about that, because that emotion was real. Things are scripted, you prepare things, but when you're talking about family members who are no longer with us, you that's real emotion, and you could tell that. I think everybody could feel that, and it took it to another level. And I was excited, and I was so happy to see him throw hands and actually have a scrap. You know what I mean? But I've said this in the past as well. With these two, you kind of don't need to build. I just want to see them wrestle. I think it's going to be an amazing match. But I've just got a feeling that after this WrestleMania, I think Becky's done a lot of work this past year with the NXT run. Seth's been the champion. I've just got a feeling that them two are going to have a little break together after Mania. So that's why I also sway towards the possibility of that Rhea is going to retain and go on, I think, to try and do 3 Manias as the same champion. I don't think she's going to go as far as Roman and that kind of length streak, but I think they'll kind of take her to 2 years, and I don't know who'll take it off her. But I think Rhea, as amazing as she is, I think she still needs to beat Becky. And then I think it kind of puts her into that next level of like, right, who's next now? So yeah, they're my thoughts. They're my thoughts, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. You gonna say Chaos?
No, I totally agree. I hope that Rhea wins. I don't think Becky needs the title. She's had 2 good reigns, lost them both to Bianca. Yeah, she's not in a position to be needing a title right now. Rhea is in a prime position, yeah, definitely to retain it at least through 1 Mania. I feel like she's probably the only way she's going to lose it is via money in the bank cash in some point down the line. Who that is, I'm the same with Jordy. I have no idea. There's no one besides maybe Nia Jax. Maybe that will be the
Liv.
Oh, there's fellas. There's definitely someone who is gonna cash in, and
no
it's gonna be to the tippy top.
Mm.
Tiffany Stratton, former
wrong show,
champion,
bro.
future
Wrong
champion.
show.
Chelsea's gonna win.
I think, man, the thing is this though, like my my issue with the women's roster, and it's not a big issue, but it's like I feel like they're so front loaded on SmackDown and they're so thin on Raw. It's like Rhea and Becky are like the top 2, and after that you got like Nia, Liv, who are kind of like a notch below. I guess you got like Shayna, but
I hope they save
Shayna's
Liv. I hope they save Liv. I hope they don't just feed her to Rhea at Backlash, and then that's that.
yeah.
I think Liv. I think Liv's actually, because of the history, they've got the potential
hmm
for Liv to be the one that breaks Rhea's streak, and that to be really good for Liv. And I just hope they don't jump the gun on it, but we'll see.
Nah, for sure, man. We got a lot of comments on this section, man. Let's get a few in. Coach 23 saying that punch to Dominic was tons better than 100 to Suicida. Man, yo, the slow motion on that joint is crazy.
Yeah,
She got she
he
hit
was
that boy
hurting.
pretty
He was
hard.
definitely hurting. He was hurting,
Yeah.
definitely.
My man Chris Leclerc said I like when Becky Lynch punched Dominic in the jaw. Ooh, you
A
got
bony
you liked
hand
it,
as
huh?
well. I bet she's got a very bony hand. I genuinely bet that
Yeah,
proper hurt. Like,
Poor Dirty Dom, man. Coach 23 giving us saying, isn't Moolah the longest running women's champion? I believe so.
redacted.
I believe so. But I mean, we don't really care about her.
Yeah, exactly.
redacted.
Redacted, bro.
I'll be real with you. I don't really care about her title reign. Chris also saying I can see Becky winning at Mania, but got Rhea going for the win. I think it is one that you could go either or. I agree with you guys. As much of a Becky Lynch fan I am, I think it does benefit Rhea more because that's like a novelty win. Beating Flair at Mania than getting Becky at Mania, like those are 2 like
The
things
horsewoman.
that that stamps you. Only thing
Yeah.
is I just, man, has she beat Bailey? Because I wanted
No,
Bianca to be I wanted Bianca to beat all the horsewomen. That was kind of like
yeah,
her thing. And Rhea might
yeah.
get
She
it
hasn't beaten
before her.
Bailey yet. No, she hasn't beaten Bailey. Not this Bailey anyway. So yeah, 110%.
Yeah. And then
Um,
Bianca's beat Charlotte in a triple threat match that had Asuka in it, if that counts.
nah,
Just
she
not
got to
one
beat
on
her
one.
1-on-1. She got to
Yeah.
beat her 1-on-1.
She lost the belt 5 seconds after it as
Oh
well.
man, speaking of 1-on-1, we had another match going on the night, and it was Mr. Big Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn. We are getting this, Sami Zayn comeuppance like story playing the underdog going into Gunther, and Gunther looked like he kind of nudged him a little bit and had him losing last night to Big Bronson Reed. Um, Chaos, I gotta ask you, man, what are your thoughts just in general with the whole Sami Zayn storyline going into Mania, like for the IC title? We got Gable tied to it and all that too.
yeah, it was intriguing for a while, but yeah, I feel like they're kind of overdoing it right now. They're over egging it because, yeah, sure, obviously, Sami Zayn is to be in the underdog, and he's been like that pretty much the majority of his career, besides his conspiracy gimmick. But yeah, like okay, so you took the opportunity from Gable, fair enough, and now all of a sudden now you're going on a losing streak, and it's making me wonder like. I fear that he's actually going to win at Mania, and I don't want him to win at Mania. He's not. He shouldn't be the person to defeat Gunther for the IC title. We want Gable. Forget Cody. We got what we want. We want Gable for to be in this position. And the fact that now Gable is keeling over and saying like, "What? Yeah, if we're gonna do this, there's only one way to do it." I don't know what he's on about, but um, yeah, I don't like this. And I'm fearing for it. And yeah, like the fact that he's losing these matches right before Mania, it just the writing's on the wall, and I don't like it. So yeah, I hope that they can actually swerve, and then yeah, Zayn still loses because yeah, he's not the right person. He's definitely not the right person. But yeah, they're doing this whole mind game thing, and in the match, it was fine. It was cool. It was a fun TV match. I'm glad that the tsunami is still protected. I don't think anyone's kicked out from the tsunami yet. So please keep it that way.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's but yeah, I don't like the way that they're building this up. It was cool for at the beginning. I don't like the fact that there is actually a fighting chance that Zayn is gonna win because he shouldn't be winning. Like what are you doing? He doesn't
Yeah,
need the title.
not.
He doesn't need it.
I I this is tough, man, because I'm a big Sami Zayn fan, and the biased fan of me wants to get Sammy to win. But I don't disagree with you, bro. I feel like this is kind of they don't know what they're doing in a way. Which is the thing is this. I think you're right. I feel like they may be like, did we mess up? Maybe the story should have been Gable, and like Gable's trying to coach him. My issue is we're a week away, and
Yeah.
we have meaning we have a Raw next week, and then we have the match. There hasn't been a lot of like super interaction between him and Gunther, and to your point, that would kind of be a whack way for Gunther to lose his title. I feel like
Mhm.
it does because if you beat Gunther, you become that dude. Sammy doesn't necessarily need to be that dude with the IC title, so I
No.
don't disagree with you
Gable was
on
the
that.
perfect person. He's the American
He's
hero.
been that dude, hasn't
So,
he? Sammy's been that dude with the IC
yeah, he
title.
was just that dude last year,
Yeah,
twice.
so
In
I agree.
Elimination
I
Chamber
think
and Mania.
they seem to be setting Gable up in this coach role, and I think Sammy's going to lose, and then Gable's going to get in the ring himself and go and beat Gunther. I do actually think that Gable will be the man and Sammy will lose. But yeah, I agree. It's weird the way they're going about it. Very strange. Very strange.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh man, we got a my man's over here saying he thinks he's gonna beat Gunther. Man, all right, we're gonna do this a little different, guys, because I know there's technically two topics, but I think they intertwine together. So we're just gonna break it all down because I think this final segment needs our undivided attention. We had a final match. We had Jay Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Um, it was a it was a match, right? Um, it
Sorry.
happened. Anything added to Shinsuke for you guys?
Man, I'm so happy that you said this, because if you were going to hand over to me as planned, I was just going to be like, Jay Uso came down, did a bit of this,
Let,
and then things happened. Like
One thing
let's
I'm
talk
happy
about.
for is that
Go
one
ahead.
thing I'm happy for that Nakamura is in the main event. I thought he was going to twat, but he's in the main event, so it's still kind of relevant. That's what I got to
he
say.
has a
Was that the
purpose.
was that
Yeah,
was that the main event? Because I thought the main event was after what
Uh,
happened. We had all the shenanigans. We're getting these bloodline members popping through the side. We got to talk about the final boss. Dwayne the Rock Johnson obviously made a introduction in the beginning of the show with a Mr. Cody Rhodes. He whispered something to him. I don't know what he said. A lot of people are saying that I'm gonna make you bleed. Boy, did he make him bleed. We all the 30 up crew here, man. This was very attitude era esque.
yeah.
Dwayne was in his bag, beat that man down last night. It was so good, bro. I liked everything about it. I liked, just the backstage brawling, whooping on Cody, talking to him like he was nothing, getting the belt, talking to his mom, telling him your daddy got hard times. You don't know nothing about hard times. Cody bleeding like he was in AEW again. This segment was phenomenal, bro. Man,
Yeah.
Jordy, I'm gonna pass it to you first, bro. Give me your thoughts in this segment in totality. And was this the segment, like one of the best things that happened in wrestling so far this year? Not, am I over exaggerating, or
I think what it is for me, it's not. It was a fantastic end to a fantastic show, and that's why I think some people are like, "Oh, you're getting carried away. You're getting carried away." It's like, yeah, but it wasn't just the ending that was good. Everything that built up to that was good. From the moment Raw started to the moment it ended, I was glued to the screen, and I can't remember the last time that happened. And I think that because this was just the cherry on the cake of what was already a fantastic show, yeah, it really, I don't think you're exaggerating, man. I watched it live, and I was just, even from the point of, we're saying like it's a throwback to the Attitude Era, yes, because of the blood and because of the backstage, but it wasn't just that. It was what happened prior to, like, right at the end of the Jay and Shin match, when everyone just started running down. You know what I mean? Like the Bloodline came, and then Cody came, and then Seth came, and then Drew came, and then that really just reminded me of that kind of, one of my first memories back watching Raw was like an absolute, call it a cluster fudge, and we'll keep it PG. So many people in the ring, and Kane came down and laid them all out. And the end of that really gave me just a throwback to that. And then, yeah, as soon as we saw it go backstage, I was thinking, is The Rock still around? Surely he is. And wow, what they delivered to us there, this final boss thing, um, that's really kind of showed us now how far The Rock is willing to go to be this heel character that he says he is. Because yeah, he might be right now writing a post up to sell his new skincare routine, and he might be doing some stuff with Make a Wish and singing "You're Welcome" with young kids. But when he gets to SmackDown, or when he gets to Raw, when he gets that vest on, he is delivering that heel that we want to see. Like, I can't remember the last time we saw The Rock do something, and it's like, that was a bad thing to do. Like, he spat on him. Like, what? When was the last
the
time we seen
ultimate
anything like that?
level of disrespect, man?
Yeah, talking about someone's dead parent, right? You're talking about someone's mother, and then you spit on the person. I like, how much worse can you get? Like, so yeah, it was brilliant. I got no complaints really. Like, I've seen, maybe it was the bleeding was a bit obvious, blah blah blah. But when I was watching it live, I did not care. Maybe The Rock kind of repeated himself here and there, but again, I was just that, like, happy to be seeing this kind of product again. And it has just elevated this WrestleMania again. The only one thing that I will say, nitpicking, is that it hasn't done anything for the tribal sidekick. which is what he seems to be becoming at the minute. And of course, I have to mention whether was it foreshadowing to have Stone Cold and John Cena overlooking that scene when it seems to be that the WWE trucks that are going around at the minute are WrestleMania trucks that have like Drew McIntyre on and other people on, but for some reason, Mr. Cena and Mr. Austin were on the truck that was parked behind that. So is anything an accident at this stage in this close to WrestleMania? I don't know, guys.
Nah, that's a good point, and that was the image of him kind of just looking, and you saw Austin and Cena. I mean, adding Austin anything related to The Rock would be amazing, right? Even if it's at this point, obviously it may not be a match per se, but we might get something super chaotic within night two in that Roman and and Cody match where who knows? What if it is a tribal rules match, but maybe Cody assembles his own Wonder Friends of Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Cena, and I don't know, Homelander comes out too, and maybe Tony Khan and Dustin Rhodes make a save as well. He's gonna need a lot to stop the bloodline, but I agree to your point, man. It's one of those. I'm happy that The Rock is like here, like visibly here, week upon week, doing what he got to do. A couple comments, and then I'm gonna have to get your words on this, Chaos, because I know you got an opinion on this as well. Salute to the bro Siam, shock after shock after shock. Love this Raw. Also, let's go. Shad hosting today. Salute to you, broski. We got Coach 23 saying there was a bit of foreshadowing Easter egg when The Rock was beating Cody in the parking lot. There were huge two pictures of Cena and Austin. Yes, very similar to what Jordy was saying on that. I mean, is anything a coincidence anymore? I don't know. We got Siam also saying, acknowledging the final boss of my fantasy football league. Y'all already know what it is. I don't got the title on me right now. What if the ending of night two is all baby faces come out and celebrate with Cody, especially Cena and Austin? That could possibly happen. Chaos, I gotta ask you, man. What are your feelings about the final segment going into last night? And like, what is your expectation going into Mania after all of this as well?
Uh, yeah, this one is another one that has a lot to unpack. I mean, first off, I love the surprise of The Rock. No one was everyone seems to forget that he wasn't even meant to be there. He obviously announced he was going to be there next week, but he actually showed up unannounced. Beautiful surprise, awesome. And yeah, that thing at the beginning where he obviously didn't he whispered to Cody, and then the fact that Cody said he can't repeat what he said, I thought he was just effing and jeffing to Cody that, but we just couldn't really make out what he said. But yeah, he may very well have said that, yeah, it's gonna make him bleed, and it makes sense. Yeah, the segment was amazing. The fact that you see The Rock in, when's the last time you seen him in a meaningful, serious backstage segment without, instead of just reuniting with handshaking John Cena or just making fun of someone. This was the first in a long time you see him in a meaningful, impactful segment. The situation with the rain was added to the effect. It just added more gravitas to the situation. One thing I must say though, Rock needs to work on his cardio, because he, like, before he even got outside, he was heavy panting, bro. That's how you know he just lift weights. He does not do cardio. If he does, it's probably for 5 minutes, because yeah, he is gonna blow up at Mania if he carries on that, because he was out of breath before he even got outside. But in all seriousness, yeah, beautiful segment. I wouldn't look too far into the whole truck thing with Cena and all. I think that's a coincidence. I don't think WWE really thinks that far, even though we're in a new regime. But yeah, that's something that probably AEW will probably do, because when they first started, it was all about long-term storytelling and whatnot, and a red herring and all that kind of stuff. But WWE doesn't really do that as much, and they haven't done it for a while. So, but we'll see. I wouldn't put it past them. Right now, more than ever, it's more than likely that Dustin Rhodes will actually show up at Mania. I'm going to call it right now. I don't see why he can't. He's not really a, he's not a game changer in AEW right now. He's obviously on the roster, but he's not one of the biggest stars. Let's be real. He's a legend, but he's not gonna, it's not really a risk, I will, and it just makes sense that this is the perfect story for him to be there. So yeah, I don't see if TK is really a people person. Yeah, do this one off, and yeah, give everyone what they want, and then yeah, when Rhodes does win the title, sorry Ben, but when he does win the title, he has his family there, and it's all gonna come together. So yeah, beautiful. Can't work. Can't don't have any gripes with it. Needs to work in his career. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
You know what though, man? Here's my thing. If that would be lovely if he was able to come at Mania and be there for Cody and whatnot. That would be the dumbest thing Tony Khan can do as a businessman, though. You're giving them an added element to something. If you view yourself as a competitor, I don't know, bro. I feel like that may really come back to bite them in the rear end. Pause. But
yeah, it depends. I mean,
both ways, isn't it?
It really.
You could be see it as or be the bigger man, don't be bitter, be better. And I think what you said about being a people person, that this is all I'm going to say on it. I don't think it's even a people person. I think he's a Cody guy. I think he will like Cody. I think them two didn't end on bad terms, so I think he might think for Cody, like forget about WWE, but I'll do it for you, for your fans. But
forbidden door.
Yeah, the forbidden door.
Couple comments before we close out. The Rock does have a potty mouth. He did drop an F-bomb.
Love it.
Man.
Absolutely love it. Love it.
The Rock was cooking, man. Coach 23 is in disagreement of you also, Chaos. He says they have dropped a bunch of Easter eggs before.
Yeah.
38.
I understand that. My rebuttal. Yeah, sorry. I read that comment. Yeah, I understand, but my rebuttal is that WWE is very in your face with the clues. They don't let you make you wonder. They were saying about.
I thought that was quite in your face, man.
Yeah, they were. When it came to Cody's return, it was in your face.
No, I think the trailer last night was in your face. I thought, like, of all two faces, why would you put them behind it? Like, because if you're planning a scene, you'll get a shot. You'll think, right, we need something in the background. Mm-hmm. I think it could be to wind people up. I think that could be the case, but I just don't think it was an accident.
We are gonna have to wait and see, man. We on the road to WrestleMania. I appreciate all of y'all tuning in today and rocking with us. Remember, Wrestling Republic Daily. We are on at all times listed in the banner. 8 a.m. UK. It'll be 4 Eastern time for the rest of this week. Next week, the clocks will turn back and y'all will catch up to us. That's I believe 1 o'clock Pacific time and 3 o'clock Central time. I ain't a clock person like that, but I had to do the math for the one's not listed. Hawaii, sorry, I don't really care about what time it is over there. But that's it with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with us. Chaos, Jordy, thank you, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Yeet.